Hey, what's going on, everybody? Back in my garage today. We're going to be playing with, some things from Ricebox. There's some things here and there that I gotta actually finish. One being some leaks that have accumulated on my engine. It's crazy because I made a video about this a long time ago about leaks that started and I needed to fix. This one here is actually on my drain on my turbo. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to do something about it. I think it's leaking right on the fitting. Maybe. Oh no, it's leaking up there too. I'm gonna have to take it off. So that's what I'm gonna do right now. I'm gonna just go ahead and strip that off there. I'm actually gonna take the housing off the turbo too, the cold side, and I'm gonna caulk it down because I'm gonna end up. I want to relocate it because when it was the 1JZ at first, since the deck height on the block is a lot shorter on a 1JZ, the head sits a little bit lower, so the turbo sat lower too. And when the turbo sat lower, the elbow couldn't clear this and it would hit, so I wasn't able to run anything. But now that I got a 2JZ block and my deck height is higher, I get like an inch higher gap here, so I can clock my turbo down and I have room to run my piping. But yeah, that's the plan. I'm gonna go ahead and pull my drain off, and I'm gonna go ahead and take a look at everything and make sure everything's good. I actually have to order some gaskets for my valve covers here pretty quick, and thankfully I said that because I actually forgot what I needed. Take it off this. It's been a little while. Figure out why it's leaking. There. Jeez. Alright. So I think I might guess that the gasket on the bottom of the turbo, on the actual drain, might be bad. And obviously I'm not leaking from up here because on my block it's dry. So it has to be leaking from the top and the bottom. And I'm actually starting to think that it's probably from both. Down here you can tell that it's not leaking from the gasket because it's on top of the flange. Because if it was leaking from the gasket, it would just be all over the pan itself and not that. This bottom one here is pretty simple to figure out. I'm going to actually tighten this fitting here some more just to make sure that we're good to go. That'll be the guy right there. That's about as tight as it's going to get. I have no idea why I used thread tape on this. Must have been something stupid that I did back in my early time. My recommendation is do not use thread tape on any kind of AN fittings because they're designed to seal metal against metal. I'm not sure if these are tight or not. Oh, they are not tight. Let me just go ahead and take them off. Yeah, those weren't very tight. That's not okay. It was fine. Now it's tight. Wiggle this off here. And I actually have some oil on the inside of mine. It's not much, and I know turbos will occasionally do this, but it's something that I'm probably going to have to address. And I do have a plan for another turbo in the future. There we go. That should easily keep the oil in. Alright. So now, for what I want to do here, I am going to be clocking the turbo down. So just like this. Alright. So now it's going to look like a traditional 2JZ. I gotta join the club, you know? And hopefully I can figure out a way to do this. If it doesn't work, I'm not gonna have an issue switching back and going the other way. You gonna focus? Oh, must have turned on autofocus off. Alright, that's okay. So, I did a thing. Get some lighting here. I did a thing. Ordered a cage. So we're going to get Ricebox cage prepared. And we're going to be stripping the interior. So we're going full race car now. Something that I've debated doing for a while. And I kept telling myself that I wanted a full interior because I liked the sound deadening. But at this point, I don't really care anymore. And I want to lighten up the car. I want to go way faster. So we're going to be pulling out every single thing in the car that's not needed. Other than like the door cards and the dash. I'm going to be taking out the back seats, all the panels, the sunroof. I'm getting a carbon sunroof delete for that thing because that thing is heavy as it is anyways. And we're going to be going through the dash and deleting a bunch of stuff that's not needed. I'm going to keep HVAC because I do drive the car daily all the time when it's running. I'll take it out for cruises and stuff like that. So I like to stay warm in the winter. So you guys know I don't drive it when there's snow on the ground. I do drive it when it gets a little bit chilly. And, you know, in the middle of the night when you're racing, it does tend to get a little bit chilly. So a little bit of heat is you know, really good. So since I've already been into this thing, I got my seat and stuff unbolted. And I need to find a good place to put that thing that's not going to get ruined. I'll probably just set it in the engine bay and then throw a tarp over it or something. Because I really don't want it to get ruined. It's a very nice seat, and I really like it, so I'm going to do the best I can to not let it get grimy and dirty and nasty. So, yeah, let's go ahead and get started. Yes, I think that'll do. Just leave it up there. And I'll shop back it off later if it needs to be done. I'm going to get a bunch of stuff tidied up in the dash, get rid of some wiring and stuff like that that's not needed. There's a lot of stuff in there that just goes to nothing, and I just don't want to do that. Finally decided to take out the radio. I'm probably going to install a touchscreen PC there, like a tablet type PC that I can mount up, and then I can always have my ECU hooked up to it and data logging, and I don't ever have to have a laptop with me. Then I could just tune directly on the fly from there, and maybe have like a mouse with a Bluetooth or something that'll work for it. So obviously I'm going to be keeping my carpet because I like the carpet. It's nice for that time in the future that I ever even think about driving barefoot, which that will never happen. You know, I'm going to put some shag carpet in here so I can get my little toesies in the freaking in the shag. Look what COVID-19 is doing to my hair. I can't get a haircut. I am so ready for a haircut. Let's get started. Alright, so my battery's about to die. Unfortunately, I need to get a second battery for this camera because it lasts quite a while, but a lot of the times I'm filming freaking 30 minutes at a time. I feel like this was kind of unorganized, but if you guys did enjoy it, hit the like button, comment, let me know what you think about my decision here. I know it's kind of sudden, Kind of thought about it over a week. Yeah, this is kind of stressful, but I just got to get through it, you know? Just got to see for the future. I have to have a cage in order to go faster, so it's a must, so I got to get it done. Even though it's pretty stressful trying to go through all this interior delete. It kind of sucks, but you got to do what you got to do. Thanks for sticking around to the end. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Later.